So you've done everything that you knew how to do, whether it be regression, inner child, going back to their childhood home, trying to talk to their inner child, doing some parts therapy work, but somehow the hypnosis session didn't work or it didn't work as well as you hoped it would be. What should you consider? What do you need to do? And so this video is going to talk about the concept of principles versus techniques. So if you are someone who is trained in a hypnosis method that is very much based on techniques, which I was too, the very beginning, then the truth of the matter is not all techniques will work for each person, right? And that's why some methods will have, a toolkit of 5 to, let's say, 8 tools that you can use. But what if you've tried most of it and it hasn't worked? Um, we sometimes there's just that one client where it won't work for that client at that particular time, any of it, right? And so if you are in that situation, look at which of the techniques you have used with your clients, because sometimes those techniques are not the best fit for your clients. So, for example, visualization. Some clients cannot visualize. Some clients can't see scenes, colors. If you ask your clients to put a color or a sensation into it, some clients will have a very difficult time with that. And what that can do within your client is bring up that wall of resistance, or it will allow your client to make shit up, which is something that you don't want to do, right? That's not good for neither you or your client. So when we get so caught up to using techniques, then it's much more difficult to create those breakthroughs that we desire. And so that's why it's so important to also have something to go for when it comes to principles. So when you learn principles, i.e., principles are what govern techniques. The reason why techniques are there is because of the foundational principles of psychology, working with the mind, neuroscience. So if your training school has some sort of work regarding principles, then definitely brush up on that. Because really principles, when you know principles, then you won't need techniques. Or if you do choose to still use techniques, those techniques are going to be much more powerful once you know principles. And this is exactly what happened with me. I was so caught up in the techniques, a lot of the techniques used for some clients, but sometimes it didn't work for some clients, and I got really frustrated with it. And once I learned the principles that we teach in conversational hypnosis trainings, then it was so much easier to work with clients who don't normally respond and or resistant to the traditional techniques, such as closing their eyes, relaxing, going back to memories, because not all clients even need those techniques. Each person in this world is different. Not everyone is going to respond differently. And even in conversational hypnosis sessions, there will be some clients who will go back to memory spontaneously without being asked to do so. There are some clients who are going to visualize. There are some clients who are going to tell stories. There are some clients who will be using a lot of metaphors or a combination of both. And it's really just the beauty of it, right? It's the beauty of being human, being unique, being different each and every single day. And even the same client will respond differently session now versus a session 3 weeks from now. And so expand your thinking here as you grow and expand your practice and how you help your clients, and you really want to expand your ability to create even faster and more lasting breakthroughs. Start looking through principles and live through principles instead of relying on those techniques, because every technique will meet its point. It's like breaking point. It's or limit as to how effective it is, because it is a technique after all. People in general don't like to be put in a box of techniques, so why put our clients into those boxes as well when we have the option to use principles instead of techniques? And I swear, I trust me on this. Once you go through the principal route, you will not want to go back to the technique route because the principal route is so much more simpler. It's much faster, much more fulfilling, and this is exactly what we teach in advanced conversational hypnosis trainings. So definitely consider this. If you have any questions, comments, and concerns, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you soon.